I used to believe my wife was the one person in the world who would never hurt me. She was my partner, my confidant, the one I trusted with every corner of my life. But over time, things began to feel off. Late nights at the office, sudden urgent meetings, the way she seemed to pull away emotionally. At first, I tried to tell myself I was imagining things, but the unease only grew, gnawing at me relentlessly. One night, I couldn't ignore it any longer. I needed answers. She said she had another work event, but something in my gut told me that wasn't true. I grabbed my jacket, got into my car, and followed her, hoping, praying I was wrong. She drove to a part of the city I barely knew and parked in a hotel lot. My heart pounded as I parked a few spaces behind her, watching her step out and look around nervously, like she was hiding something. I waited a moment, then walked inside, forcing myself to stay calm even as my hands shook. Down the hallway, I saw them. She wasn't alone. A man I didn't recognize walked beside her. The way they smiled at each other, familiar, easy, comfortable, made my stomach drop. I followed silently, struggling to breathe. They stopped at a hotel room door. She turned, saw me, and went pale. The man froze. "Who is he?" he asked, panic written across his face. "That's my husband," she whispered, unable to meet my eyes. Even saying it sounded foreign, as if she didn't believe it herself anymore. "I swear I didn't know." "She never told me she was married," he stammered, fear radiating off him. His panic confirmed everything I needed to know. I didn't care about him. Anger surged in me like wildfire, making the hallway spin. "Get out," I said, my voice shaking with rage. That was all it took. He bolted down the hall and vanished into the elevator. It was just the two of us then, me and the woman I thought I knew better than anyone. She looked at me with tear-filled eyes, but all I could hear was the pounding of my own heartbeat. Betrayal weighed on me like a physical force. Every memory, every promise, every moment we had shared suddenly felt meaningless. She finally spoke, her voice trembling. It wasn't serious, it was a mistake. "I'm sorry. It didn't mean anything." Those words cut deeper than anything else. Not serious. After everything we had built together, she called it nothing. How can you say that? I shouted, unable to contain the heartbreak spilling out. "You were going to sleep with someone else, and you say it doesn't matter?" She tried to explain, to cry, to say she didn't know why it happened, but I couldn't listen. The trust that had defined us was gone, shattered beyond repair. "I'm done," I said, my voice barely holding together. "I can't stay with someone who treats our marriage like it means nothing." I walked out of that hotel with my heart in pieces, refusing to look back no matter how much she begged. The days that followed were endless. Calls, messages, desperate apologies. She cried, pleaded, promised she would do anything to make it right. But every time I remember her words, it wasn't serious. Something inside me hardened. Eventually, I filed for divorce. What she had broken couldn't be fixed. Months went by, and she never stopped trying. She showed up wherever she could, crying, begging for one more chance. I made a mistake. Please don't leave me. But the woman I loved no longer existed. The trust was gone. The future we had imagined together was gone. No matter how much she begged, I couldn't look at her without remembering that hallway, that hotel door, and the way she dismissed her betrayal.